Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know, this is a 2011 Ford Expedition. I just finished taking off the little cowl thing right here, and a lot of the videos online for this motor have the fan attached here. Let's see if I can do this, sorry. Here to the pulley where the water pump is. Well, this one actually has these electric fans. I don't know if you guys can see those. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, those electric fans there. So I went and rented a fan and clutch tool, and it turns out on this Expedition in this model year, we don't need the fan clutch tool because there's no fan attached. There's this big gaping hole, and I was fully anticipating taking off the fan shroud and the fan, but instead there's nothing there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the rest of the air stuff off, get this all cleared out so I can access everything there, and I believe this is going to be attached to the thermostat housing, which is back here, and so I'll take a look at all that and see where we stand. But just thought this was pretty interesting. Okay, we're getting ready to take the thermostat off. I got all the air stuff off. So these are both 8mm bolts on either side. Saw a video where a guy said not to take this stuff off because breaking these seals could cause further leaks. So I'm gonna leave that on, get those off, pull this, and probably watch a lot of water rush around on this. Okay, so here's the old thermostat, the new thermostat. This is the O-ring that came with the new thermostat, and it's got a ring in there, if you can see that, where it looks like it's supposed to fit around the edge of the thermostat, but actually the instructions say to throw this away, and we bought this O-ring here. This one, it looks a little bit different. It's got a bit of a, oh, sorry, this is bad video. It's got a bit of a chamfer on the inside, whereas this is more of a standard classic O-ring. So we're gonna put this in, it goes dome side up. We're gonna put this guy in now and get everything buttoned back up. Well, not completely buttoned back up, but close to it on the thermostat housing. Okay, we've got the new thermostat installed. There's a little weep hole in here. It really doesn't matter the orientation. As long as the dome is up and the spring is pointed down, you know that you've got it installed correctly. So now I'm gonna work my way into this beast down here, get those 4 bolts off. As I'm trying to get that off, I gotta get a tensioner, get the tensioner rod to get the tension off of this belt here, and we'll go from there. I think you can tell which is the old one versus the new one. It really wasn't that bad. Use this 3-pound sledge to knock her loose. We're draining right now, but it came out pretty quick. Pretty happy with how this is going thus far. That engaging down at the bottom, put back together. Been filling here a couple of different gallons, and I'm just letting it burp out. It's been running for probably about 15 or 20 minutes now. Probably gonna let it go for at least 20 or 30 minutes more to get all the air out of the system. Something you'll notice that if you do this work and a lot of this fluid comes out, you're gonna run into an issue where the heater may not work. So you've got to make sure that you get the system all flushed, and I'll kind of show what I did to do that, other than really all the fluid coming out of the front when I was done. But I filled directly here at the radiator and not at the overflow tank. So I made sure that I was between the 2 lines there, and then just filled here pretty slowly. It will take a bunch and then start to spit it out, and it'll take a bunch more and start to spit it out. So I think when you get to this point, you're pretty good to go. But yeah, it's running pretty good. It's not overheating, which is a plus. and the heat should be back up and running here shortly.